no idea what I'm doing. But who really does though? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time, I know, since I last filmed, but it's okay, I am back. Today we are gonna do beginner makeup tutorial. So I had a video request, and on this video I'm going to do that. And the video request was to do a beginner tutorial, makeup tutorial, and I'm here for it. So this is what today's video is going to be. So if you're interested, keep on watching. Okay, so first we're going to start off with primer, and I have the Fenty Beauty Profilt'r Instant Retouch Primer, and I'm going to just dab a little bit on my hands. 3 pumps is all you need. I've been using this a lot lately and I really do like it. So now that we're done with primer, we are going to go in eyebrows next. And what I like to do is take a spoolie, and it doesn't matter what type of spoolie as long as it's a spoolie. And I like to brush my hairs upwards. We're gonna go in with our brow product, whether that's a pencil, whether that's eyeshadow. What I like to use from my Bobbibrown Telluride eyeshadow palette, I like to go in with this dark shade. It has always worked for me. I never really used an eyebrow product. Okay, so now that they're both filled, what I'm gonna do is go back in with my spoolie. Okay, so now that the brows are finished, we are gonna go in with a concealer, and this is going to highlight up under the brow. So what I like to do is take the applicator, and I like to go up under the brow. And I don't even like to get that close to the brow because then I could probably mess up. So I like to do that, and I like to take a little bit down the eye. Or another method you could do is take it and put a little bit on the back of your hand and then apply it that way. Okay, so I have 3 flat brushes, and this is what they look like. One is angled. See, this one is angled right here. And then I also have like a really flat brush, but it's small. See how flat it is. I also have another flat brush, but it's kind of dense. See that right there? So I'm gonna go in with this brush, this one, this flat brush, and I'm gonna just go up under the brow and highlight the brow. And that's another way to clean it up. So if you just can be careful, and you're gonna do the whole brow. So now that we have our eyebrows on, we're gonna go in with foundation. And what I like to take is my, a thick, dense kabuki kind of brush. And this is what it looks like. It's the Real Techniques Complexion Blender brush. And I like to take that, and I like to squeeze like 3 pumps of foundation on my brush. And that should go a long way. What I like to do is dab it. But how I like to do foundation is I like to start in the middle of my face and then work my way on the outer perimeter of my face. Okay? Because then by the time I get to the outer perimeter of my face, the line of demarcation, if I have one, won't be there. So now that we got that blended, I'm gonna take my damp beauty blender, my wet beauty blender. And if it's too wet, just take like a towel. Oh, also too, when you do your makeup, you want to have a towel down on wherever you work, because then that'll be easiest to just clean up. So I'm gonna take my beauty blender and I'm gonna just blend everything in. And this one makes everything blend in and smooth it out. Okay, so now that the foundation has been applied and blended out with a beauty blender, a damp beauty blender, okay, we're gonna go in with eyes. So what I like to do is take the concealer again, and I just like to dab a little bit, like on the eyelid, like that. Okay, so what I like to do now is take a brush, which is a blender brush, and I like to just dab, because this helps make sure everything gets blended out. And I like to take a dry beauty blender, and I like to just press that in. Okay, so now that that concealer has been applied, I'm going to take the Maybelline Fit Me powder, and I'm going to take this same brush that I applied the concealer with. This method right here will help with the creasing of the eyelids and too oily eyelids. And I use this method all the time. It also helps with applying, in my opinion, applying eyeshadow. Okay, so now that we got that blended out, we're gonna go in with our eyeshadow palette, and this is the Makeup Revolution Ultimate Nudes in the shade medium, or the eyeshadow palette medium. So what I'm gonna take is my M441 brush, and it looks like that. Take my M441 brush, and I'm gonna go in with the shade right here. And I'm gonna take that above my crease. Ooh, she's pigmented. Just taking that above the crease, and I'm gonna just blend it out. What I like to do is the windshield wiper motion. Just like that. And your crease is where your eyelids, like how this is my crease. So next, I'm gonna go in with this shade, and I'm gonna take my M541 brush, and I'm gonna just go in the crease with this shade. Remember, our crease is where that line is, where your eyelid and this like creases. It's literally a crease. Okay, so what I like to do now is go in with a clean blending brush. And I like to blend the two shades together even more. So I'm taking my M441 brush, a clean brush, and I'm gonna just blend those two shades together. So now that we got those two shades blended out, oh, she's cute. I don't know why it's not really showing up on camera. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now we have 3 shimmer shades, and let me swatch. I don't know. Let me swatch these 3 shades. So you have that shade up there. That's what it looks like. Here goes the next shade. Pretty. Here goes the other shade. Right here. And then here goes the last shade. Ooh, those are the 3 shimmer shades. I really like the first one and the second one that I swatched. So these 2 right here. I'm gonna just keep it basic. I'm gonna keep it simple, and I'm gonna go in one shimmer shade. Okay, so with shimmer shadows, I either like to go in with my finger or with a brush, or I'll go in with both. These definitely performed well with a finger application, better than a brush, so I will be going in. But if I do go in with a brush, it is a packer brush. I call this a packer brush, or a flat, dense brush. And I would like to take my setting spray, old school, and I just like to spray both sides really good. And I like to dab it on a towel, or a paper towel, or a regular towel. And I like to get in there, like just really get that, just really get it on there, you know what I mean? Like just, you know, you could go in with a heavy hand. And what I like to do is just take it and ooh-wee. So it's not giving what I'm looking for. Well, there we go. It's really not giving what I'm looking for, and that's fine. But with a brush, I get in the nooks and crannies of where I need to. You can also pack it. And there we go. There goes that pigment. Sometimes you really have to work off that top layer of eyeshadow to actually get like that pigment. Ooh, pretty. So I'm gonna do the same way with the other eye. Cause with a brush, it gets in places that my fingers cannot get in. Like on the inner corner of my eyelid, I cannot get in there with my finger. So I'm gonna go back in with this shade right here, and I'm just going to pack that shade on the outer V. And when you pack it, you just literally want to do this. You're like tapping that shade onto your eyelid. So now we are done with the eyes, yay! We just only did 3 eyeshadow looks, and we got this perfect look. It just looks so good. When you start off doing makeup and learning makeup and trying to figure out what to do, I usually start off with browns, but I wanted to try this out today. And you can even use this eyeshadow palette that has a good color story like this, and all you can do is just pick out 3 shades, 2 mattes, 1 lighter, 1 darker, and a shimmer shade on the eyelid, and that is a look you can go with. All right, so let's go in with concealer. So obviously, my favorite concealer. This is the Makeup Revolution concealer in the shade at C12.5. And I'm just gonna go up under. And you see where we kind of like got a little bit of that eyeshadow out on the side. That concealer is gonna snatch it up, honey. It's just gonna do. See how that just like snatched it. Okay, and I like to take it down on the bridge of the nose, just like that. A little bit on the forehead, a little bit above the cupid's bow, and underneath the chin. I also like to take Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Tan Sand, and I like to just take it because I want it to stay there and just be focused there on the inner part of my eye. And I like to let it sit for a while. So now that we let that concealer sit for a little minute, like, when I say for a little minute, like 30 seconds. Okay, so now that we let that concealer sit, I'm gonna go in with the same sponge, damp sponge, that we use to blend out the foundation. And I'm gonna go up under and dab it. Okay, so now that we got that concealer blended out, I'm gonna go in with my powder. This is the Dermablend Professional Illuminating Banana Powder. And I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna take either a sponge or a brush. I just bought the Real Techniques brush and I really like the way it applies better than a sponge, in my opinion. And I like to just go in like this, circle it around. You see I got some product like that. That's what it looks like. Sometimes I like to take some of the product, put it in the lid, in the wherever we applied that concealer, to set that concealer. And for the bridge of the nose, I like to pinch it, put the powder on the tips of the brush, pinch the brush, and put it there. So now that we got that concealer set in, honey, okay, I like the way this face is turning out already. Yes. So now that we got that concealer blended out, set, and all that jazz, I'm gonna go in with this NYX Highlight and Contour Pro palette. I usually do, I don't use this anymore because I switched to cream, because now I know how to apply cream product to my face without it looking muddy. But since this is a beginner tutorial video, since I started out with this, we are gonna go in with this palette. You cannot make this, I mean, you cannot make your face look muddy with this palette because it's a powder and it's easy to blend out a powder. So what I like to do is take this brush. This is a Real Techniques sculpting brush, and I really don't know my contour shade in this palette, so what I like to do is mix the whole bottom row together. The contour, you want to go like, just follow that line. You see how that line from the top of your ear, you go down, you just follow that line, or and put it in the hollows of your cheek. And what I like to do is just press that product in. And I like to squeeze this too. And then take our beauty blender and blend that up. Okay, so now that we got that contour on, I like to go back, and I like to take this same brush that we used to do our under eye. We're gonna take our base powder, which is the medium deep 30 Maybelline Fit Me powder, and I like to take that same brush, and what I like to do is put this powder up under the contour because then it gives it really that sharp look. See? Gives you that sharp look. Girl, yes. See how easy that looks? Okay, so now that we got that set, I like to go in with a blush. So now that we highlighted up under the contour, we are going to go in with the MAC blush and peach twist. And I like to take this brush, this blush brush, and I just like to go in, dab, tap some of the product off, and just smell and dab it. Okay, so now that we got that blush / highlight on the eyes, we're gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty How Many Carats highlighter, and I like to go in with this big old brush right here, and this is the M510 brush, and let me spray that a little bit. I'm gonna spray this too, just a light spritz. Just dab it on there. And I'm just taking that a little bit above the blush and like kind of blended it in together. Go in with our another face powder, which is the MAC powder, and this is what I use to set all over the face. And I like to go in with this big powder foundation brush and swirl it around, and I just like to really get and blend everything out. Now we're gonna go in with eyeliner, and I'm gonna take my Dose of Colors eyeliner in the shade Caviar, and I'm gonna just do my waterline. Now that we did the eyeliner, we are gonna go in with lashes. We are gonna go in with the Kiss lashes in the shade, and these are the Style 11 lashes. So when you're putting on lashes, you want to look down. And before I actually put on lashes, I like to take a spoolie and I like to brush my eyelashes down. I know that sounds weird, but it helps because I have really bad eyelashes. So after I've done that, I like to take my lashes, I put lashes on with my fingers. And I like to take my mirror and look down. And I like to put them in the middle. And then, see, it's on my hair. Now that part's on the skin. Now I got my lashes on. Okay, so how to determine which eyelash goes on which eye. The inner corner will always be the shortest. See how it's short up here, but it's longer down here. So this will be the inner corner of your eye. This will be the outer corner of your eye. So now I'm gonna go in with mascara. And I'm just gonna really line, and you want to blend everything together. Alright, so we're almost done. What we're going to do now is set the face. And I like to use the Morphe setting spray, continue setting spray. Okay, so we're almost done. Even though I set the face, I like to usually set the face before I actually apply my lip. And it's the shade Chola. Okay guys, so this is the completed look, and I think this look turned out so good. This is definitely a beginner friendly makeup tutorial. I feel like this look came out so good. I really like this palette. Definitely go grab this palette. Let me see how much it was, because I have the receipt right here. It was actually $9 for this eyeshadow palette. Definitely worth it. Definitely, especially for the springtime, summertime, you could definitely get something out of this look. I mean, it just turned out so good. And guys, if you want more of these, please let me know. Leave a comment down below. Send me some interaction. If you're learning from these videos, please post a picture, a video, and tag me in it, and that way it'll let me know that you guys are learning and looking good out there from my tips and tricks that I've learned, and trying to pass that knowledge down to you guys. Okay guys, so thank you for watching. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more. All right, see you guys next time. Bye. All right, I'm done. Bye.